Tak. Takže čau lidi, vítejte u dalšího streamu a dneska si tady dáme opening na Raiden. Ale nejdřív uděláme ještě nějaký questy a vlastně uvidím, jak to bude. To je něco. Donastavím ještě. Tak. Ještě uděláme nějaký příběhovky, ať máme ještě nějaký bonusový questíky a takhle. Tak. A no se na to asi pustíme tím, že vám kážu, co je tady novýho. Na posledním streamu, kdy nám padla Shilvanen, z čeho jsem fakt strašně šťastný. Se toho změnilo docela dost. 70, 80, 80, 70. A už některý z nich jsou fakt jako monstra. No ale my se teda pustíme na ty dailiny jako první věc. Tady time challenge. A potom teda rovnou skočím na ty příběhovky. A dneska to po ně nebude tak dlouhý. Jen tak na doplnění. Protože Raiden končí zítra. A já bych na ní vlastně technicky nenašel žádný volný čas, abych to ještě stihnul. Zatím máme tak 40 půlů. Tak uvidíme, jak to dopadne. Já si to tady asi nějak trošku některé ty věci stěším. Pro mě to docela trhá uši. Tak, prostě bude. Tak ještě máme nějaký maily, jak to si. Kos, polívkos. OK. Nějaký novinky. Skirk. To bude zajímavý. Ne, to nás asi nezajímá. Zpátky dobrý. Já jdem teda na ten time challenge.
Solidify! Bow your head.
Easy. Jo, tam se vlastně budou ty itemy. A pak tady máme ten zbytek. Skočíme na tenhle cen. A zničit věže. To je nejvíc easy věc, actually. Už vlastně můžu i solovat bossy, což je mega dobrý.
Silence!
Sakra. Krása. Už se utečím ze scény. Jako by nás nezajímaly. Pro nás nezajímají. Oj. Jenom odsud, protože to nechci lézt. Aha. Tak asi ne, no. Dobrý. Další jsou nějaký oponentiáci. Pozbírám zbytky první vlny.
Stabilize.
Easy. Už ta šilo nedá docela rány. Tak, a poslední je to určitě ty no jasně, jsou kytky pro toho cápka. To je taky bez problému. Tak. Bomba. Jo, daj. Jasně. Nájdu se na ten kopec. Hled se dřív obejdem. Tam se na něj vylejzá líp. Tak, tady. A jdem. Jsou ty loskytkos. Jedna, druhá. Jo, třetí je tady. Hop. Zpátky k němu. Tak. Máme kytky. A teďka ještě asi než se pustíme na ty příběhovky. A nebo jdem rovnou na ně. Já už jsem tady vyhrál nějaký ten turnament z téhle lodi. Ale nemůžu pokračovat, bez toho bych udělal tohle. A z toho budu taky nějaký sweet primogems na konci. No. Okay. Jo, to je asi takový secret schody. Hop.
Let's see. Shincho said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
Domain expansion. No way.
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
Wow, that's amazing! Yep, let's take another look around. Hey, look! Is that a new Sealy over there?
No, máme i za ním. Tak jo. Oh. Aha.
The Sealy got to here and then disappeared.
Okay. nízký level, nevadí. Nevypadá to na vodní animáky, no Bůh ví, co to bude.
Weren't we at a waterfall just now? How did we suddenly end up here? Whoa, so many clouds. It feels like we're high up in the sky.
I believe this is the abode of that Adeptus. With any luck, the sunset Vermilionite we're looking for should be in here.
Really? Let Paimon see. Huh? Isn't that the Sealy from before? Look, it's gone and snuck beneath the clouds. And now that Paimon takes a closer look, the rocks and trees here don't seem complete. Oh, could there be something below the clouds?
These are not real clouds. They are the product of an Adepti art used for spatial partitioning. If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the Adepti art.
All right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are hiding, so we'd better be careful.
Já je viděl. Okáčko. Tam. OK. Wow. Můžu vlát teďka Shenhe. Nice. Já si tam dojedu.
Silence! Solidify!
Vezmu to vlastně kámon. OK. Džunglář vezme to ten kámen. A rozsvítí to ten úsernost. OK, a teďka máme korten. OK, tak aby se neřeklo. Si vezmu Shenhe. Wow. To je cool. Ještě ta hudba k tomu, to je krása. A chill. Hop, a je to. Vyslizáci, vy mě nezajímáte ani.
It appears that we've been taken for intruders. This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
Pravda.
Bow your head.
Já se musím zničit ten core.
My will embodied.
Wow.
Cryo incarnate.
OK. Wow.
Stabilize. Settle down.
Jak to zničit?
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
Let's go.
Bow your head.
To se tady nic nebude dělat. Nejsou animace. Krása.
Whoa, we're gonna fall!
OK.
Is everyone okay? Look! The Sealy has disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first.
Gather. Solidify.
Transfiguration! Take your true form! Do your master's bidding!
Silence.
Finally.
Stabilize. Bow your head.
Transfiguration! Obey!
Co má za artefakty, sakra, že dá takový ten míč. A. Tile, jak se jmenuje.
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall.
Okay.
So high. Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently. Hey! That Sealy's on the move again. Huh. Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
Touch. Touch. Wow. Okay. Dost čest kos. A co dál? Ok, to nepůjde. Tak ne. Tady asi můžu vskočit, ne? Ne? Dobře. Aha, ty jsou další kostky. OK. Dobře. Tam s tím nehýbnem. Jsme tudy. OK, jak to on se cool. Let's go. Door of Resurrection, to musí něco taky potřebovat.
Gather.
Bring it! Let the mountain's veins boil!
This isn't good. So it's over.
Solidify.
Unleash! Manifest! Cryo incarnate!
Chtěli jsme určitě použít
My
všechno.
will embodied! Take your true form!
OK, co to ansuje zase?
Stabilize.
Hear the echoes of the valley! See?
Dostane moje oblíbený kombo. Zapálit. A pak vypařit.
Solidify.
Bring it! Transfiguration!
Já jsem se chtěl podívat, co máte za artefakty. 82. 3400 atak. Wood. Všechno do ataku samozřejmě, no. Fakt to je dobrý, no.
My will embodied!
Stabilize.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Time to go. Quit it.
Gather. The tides beckon.
Zbraně vezmeme.
Solidify.
Higher, higher, hands on fire.
Transfiguration! Unleash!
To je dobrá koska toho.
Bring it!
No way. OK. Zkontroluju. A ta hudba je prostě boží. Jo, tady cesta. Tohle jsou věcí.
Look over there. Could that be the sunset vermilionite?
Je to možný.
Bring it!
No, takové jsou ty runový mosty. Oho. Okay.
Is this it? Is this the sunset vermilionite? It's so huge. That's true, but then again, why isn't it floating?
Plaustrite doesn't float until it's activated. It may look different from most ordinary stones, but it weighs around the same amount. Only after being activated does Plaustrite reveal its true nature, breaking free from the shackles of the mortal realm and ascending up into the heavens.
Wow, Shenhe, you seem to know everything about this.
Only because my master is fond of chatting about these things. The moment she has some time to spare, she'll come straight for me and start telling story after story. I don't care for her stories most of the time. I certainly didn't expect them to ever come in handy like this.
Hold on a sec. Paimon just realized something. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to get it back to the site, right? Heck, we'll be dragged up into the sky too! But if we don't activate it, how else are we gonna lift it? This rock must weigh well over 1,000 pounds, surely!
Don't worry. I can handle the weight quite easily.
Are you sure?
What?
Be careful!
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that a Plaustrite sample this large must be highly valuable. I will be gentle with it and make sure it does not get damaged. My safety.
That's right! Paimon's sure you can handle it and everything, but if something this heavy lands on you, you're gonna get yourself hurt, no matter who you are. You gotta be extra careful when lifting.
Is it now? Well then, thank you. I'll go on ahead with the Plaustrite. Let's meet at the building site later.
Jo, já jsem musel postavit ten
How
novej,
is Shenhe
novej
able
palác,
to carry that huge rock all by
protože
herself?
jsme ho schodili na toho monstru.
Adepti super strength much? We can't slow down yet.
Tak. Uvidíme, kam se dostaneme. Wow. OK, semka. OK, tady už jsou nějaký věže. Wow. Tak jo. Jak to tam dostala třeba? Adeptus. Jsem si říkal, že by bylo docela cool, že až vlastně technicky to vyjde i sněžné, tak potom by mohl vlastně dělat kolem celého regionu moře. Že by to
Oh
dávalo
my
smysl.
god, I can't believe my eyes. How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those adepti, surely. Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing so that in the coming year I may reap a more bountiful salary.
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. Congratulations! This item is approved for submission. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to compete. I was just delivering this for some other people. They should be here any minute now.
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
Ah, so you're the ones behind this. No wonder. The rarest talent turns in the rarest plastrite specimen. But I have to correct you on one point. It's not helper, it's secretary.
Okay then, Miss Secretary, what do you think of the rock we found? Pretty amazing, right?
Že před streamem
truth,
jsem dělal příběhovky
It is the
včera.
finest piece of plastrite we
jsem
have
konečně
received
měl
so
segru.
far. If everything goes according to
Víno.
plan, we will use this piece in the foundation of the Jade Chamber, which will enable us to proceed to the next.
Okay.
As a side note, Lady Ningguang has rented some dwellings in the nearby area to serve as accommodations for the contestants. Now,
Okay.
please excuse me. As you can see,
OK.
Shenhe, just now on the way over, pretty much everyone was singing your praises.
Oh, really?
What kind of reaction is that? So strange. Aren't you happy about it? Whenever Paimon gets praised, Paimon can't help but hold their head up high and break into a big smug smile.
OK.
I've had similar compliments before. They call me an adeptus, treat me with great deference and respect, as if I'm set apart from the common folk.
Yeah, 'cause that's how adepti are. At least the ones we've met are pretty unique and reclusive too. Way different than
Třeba-
normal people.
But
Babička.
I am not.
Shenhe?
I'm fine. I've been exerting myself quite a lot ever since we set foot in that abode. I'm just a little fatigued.
Well,
Tweaked.
Byron said that there are some makeshift hotels we can use, right? Let's go.
No need. I simply need to find myself a secluded place in the wilderness to sit and meditate in silence.
OK.
You can't do that. It's dangerous out in the wild on your own. When you're hungry, you go eat something tasty. And when you're tired, you go lie down in a nice, comfy bed. All right? Seriously, don't punish yourself like this.
Okay. If you insist.
Great! Now we're talking. Let's head to our hotel.
To mě zajímá ten náš hotel. Co to bude za luxusní luxusárnu? To je známý jako luxusní lux. Tak, jdem tam. Jo. OK, tak to je fakt masivní hotel. Ale je to chill místo.
Hi there. Checking in, are we? You're just in time. We only have 2 rooms left. Since this was chosen as the building site for the new Jade Chamber, we've had a constant stream of people in this area. And not just workers either. Visitors, business people, tea sellers, all sorts.
Okay,
So,
tak Juan má
business
načaný.
is booming for
Juan.
me today. Very
Let's get
few
a Juan.
vacancies. You're lucky you got here when you did.
Great!
One of your rooms is still being cleaned. I guess it should be ready within the hour. The other room is just through the door on the left. Here are your keys. All right. Hope you enjoy your stay. Please excuse me, I'll leave you to it.
Shenhe, you should go get some rest. We'll hang around outside until the other room's ready. Paimon's gonna go see if there's anything good to eat around here. Paimon, let's buy one for Shenhe too. She can have it as a midnight snack. Or save it for breakfast tomorrow.
All right. I will head to my room for now.
Tak to je pro ně
If you
časovaný.
need
Ono se
anything,
jí
don't
slívá.
hesitate to disturb me. I'm a light sleeper. I will hear if you knock on the door. Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow.
Mhm.
Hey, isn't that Cloud Retainer? What's she doing here? Let's go and say hi.
Let's go and say buongiorno.
One trusts
budeme
you have
chybět
met
chybět,
Shenhe.
Liva.
So, are you getting along quite well?
So far, so good. Yeah. So, you know Shenhe too, Cloud Retainer?
Naturally. Save for Ganyu, who spends the majority of her time in Liyue Harbor. All the Adepti living today are acquainted with Shenhe to some degree.
Cool. So, what's her Adeptus name anyway? Calling her Shenhe feels kind of friendly, but also kind of disrespectful.
Her Adeptus name. Why, pray tell, would Shenhe have an Adeptus name?
Don't all Adepti have a special title they go by?
On this latter point, you are correct. However, Shenhe is human.
What?
Oh, right. Wait, what? What? You knew already? So is Paimon the only one who didn't know?
Do you mean to say that she presents differently from ordinary human beings?
No.
Well, to start with, her problem-solving methods are extremely direct.
Mhm.
Ah, yes. She was like this all those years ago when one first met her. In this respect, she has not changed.
Mhm.
One first found Shenhe by chance in a cave. One was passing by and sensed the presence of a god's remains. Being of an ever-vigilant disposition, one entered immediately to inspect the scene.
Okay.
Inside was Shenhe, then aged around 6 years old. In her hand, she held a dagger with which she was confronting a monster that was the god's remains incarnate.
Okay, tak celkem se s tím
That
vypadá.
sounds so dangerous.
When one arrived, she had already been locked in confrontation with this monster for several days.
What?
Most mortal children are fragile, both physically and mentally,
Yeah.
and are highly reliant on their parents for survival. But not so her. That she was able to endure such terrible danger was due not only to her strong willpower, but also to the bloodlust and homicidal instinct with which she was born. One
jo.
dealt with the monster, yet she still refused to lower her guard. She even pointed her dagger in one's direction and remained ready to strike. Only after she was satisfied that one had no intention to cause her harm did she finally relent. She then passed out without uttering a single word.
In other words, if you hadn't passed by that day, Shenhe might have...
Not necessarily. Upon one's arrival, one could sense that the god's wrath was gradually receding.
Cápka v
Even had the
šesti.
stalemate
Málem
continued, one
pomlátila
suspects that
boha.
Shen He may have still emerged the victor of the confrontation.
Viktor.
Still so
Viktor
dangerous,
Fondu.
though. Why was a tiny little kid battling against the wrath of a god in the first place?
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. And she had experienced her fair share of this, even at a tender age. Seeing that she was homeless, one decided to adopt her. Indeed, it is one to whom she refers. Shen He has an extraordinary constitution, making her well adapted to practicing the Adepti arts. All the Adepti cherished her talents, and so we were willing to train her. However, her homicidal urges did not subside with age. Rather, they grew stronger day by day. Mooncarver once performed a divination for her. He declared that her fate is to bear the curse of calamity. Consumed by malevolent energy, she is prone to bring harm to those around her. Such is the magnitude of the danger this poses, that her soul must be bound with red ropes to keep her homicidal instinct at bay.
OK, takže cápka je prostě
The
menace.
red ropes have indeed served to keep her calmer and more content. They also seem to have rendered her
Taková trošku
somewhat
jako
inexpressive.
robot. Trošku jako
Perhaps the
Violet.
red ropes are so powerful that they have suppressed some of her other emotions as well.
Teda nic. Long link.
It is only by fate that people's paths may cross. Now that Shen He's path has crossed with yours, please be sure to treasure the gift that fate has given you, and take good care of her.
Jo.
Oh, now Paimon gets it. You came out here to check up on Shenhe because you were worried about her, didn't you?
Huh. You dare draw such a facile conclusion on the nature of one's present excursion? Incorrect. The truth is that while Liyue Harbor may seem
100%.
peaceful today, danger is always lurking in the shadows.
Určitě to platím.
Ningguang once made a bold assertion that this is to be the era of the contract between Liyue and the humans. Well, one is most curious to observe how she will respond to the coming storm. If she handles it admirably, one is willing to be a witness to her achievements. But if she does not, the Adepti shall not hesitate to seize control. Let us conclude our conversation here for today. One has occupied enough of your time, and night is approaching. Be sure to get ample rest.
OK.
So, Shenhe isn't an Adeptus after all. She just grew up around the Adepti. Oh, no wonder she doesn't like being treated as an Adeptus. Having everyone falling over themselves to show their respect all the time must be kind of hard to deal with.
Dobrý, už nepůjde. 8 až 12. Tak jo. Tak, máme tady čas. Je čas. Shenhe.
Hey, so, Shenhe,
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it?
oh? How did you know?
Viděla nás.
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you, so I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, Master is very talkative.
Tak to je dobrý.
Sorry, Shenhua. Paimon had you down as an adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner, because in my experience, trying to explain is a futile pursuit. Still, though you mistook me for an adeptus, you never treated me as distant and unapproachable. Instead, you treated me as you would a friend. For this, I am very grateful indeed.
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adepti, too. Anyway, now it's settled. From now on, you're our friend. Whether you're an adeptus or a human isn't the important thing. First and foremost, we're just plain old friends.
Okay.
Got it. Although I don't know quite what it entails in terms of what I have to do, I must say I like the title friend very much indeed.
Great! Well, now that we're all rested up, we should start searching for the other 2 items on the list. But before we do that, let's go to the building site and ask Ningguang's little helper how the progress is going. After all, Sunset Vermilionite is so rare. Paimon doubts many competitors will really be able to find any. If it turns out some of them have given up already, we'll be able to take things a little more slowly.
And get more money.
Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled...
Got my mate.
Here's one for you, Shenhua. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Whoa. Whoa. Tak to je fakt velký. Bráško, to udělají přes noc, jo. Welcome to China. I mean, Liu. No. Jak se tam dostaneme? Máme se tam dostat? Vůbec, to je otázka. Podíváme se. Follow the wind. Aha. Tam se pořádně vystřídat zase. A 70 pontíků, to se vždycky hodí. Teď se vrátíme sem. Krása. Tady chytíme nějaký... Tak ne, tak jsme chtěli jednoho. Tady se vyhneme elektrické ženě. 200 metrů. Tak teďka kde je Liu Harbor? No, ten je před náma. No. Netrvá to tak dlouho jako člověk v tým na tlanu. Ale stačí to. Jo, tady je toho cencápek. Kazuha.
Did Beidou leave already?
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with one another.
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite some time.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified, and our hero here is the champion.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Though Captain Beidou is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. She is a woman of her word, but the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Raiden
Hold on
Shogun.
a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the outcore will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to reawaken the vision.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
Jo, Kazuho.
Thank you.
Dofituješ.
May both our journeys prove meaningful.
May the
One
force be
final
with
word
you.
of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
Tak jeden důvod, proč jsem začal dělat, teda dodělávat příběhovky, je, abych mohl vlastně až ji budu mít, abych vůbec mohl něco dělat. OK. Tak ještě někam. Dokončíme příběhovky v Liyue a až potom se vypravíme. Wow. OK, tak to je cool. Nebo tam třeba nějaká koule. OK, ale to je fakt hustý. Jak ten kámen vlastně díky tomu to lítá. Jak to dělají, když to k tomu není přikotvený. No, kuchý. Hameha. Let's go, to je kapitánka. No, já se spadnu do pekla.
Look! The Jade Chamber is floating into the sky!
What?
But it seems to be tied down by something.
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bylin! And hey, Beto! And hey! Person Paimon doesn't know?
Dobrý, taky možnost.
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, we build the Jade Chamber's keel at ground level. Once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel and let the partially constructed Jade Chamber rise up to the height of the surrounding mountain peaks.
Okay.
The remainder of the construction work is then carried out at that altitude. Once everything is ready, we release the iron tethers and allow the Jade Chamber to rise to its target altitude.
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment, I'll be right there. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Okay.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Looks like you beat us to the punch.
Beto, you're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
Sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so I figured I'd bring it over.
Huh. So even though it's rare, we're not the only ones who managed to get a hold of it.
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yun, or Yunjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this is, sorry, not sure we've met.
Shenhe. I am their friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew.
Okay. Dobrý.
Miss Yun is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plot. Wow! So it looks like the three of us are competitors now. Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help him win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us.
Okay,
Sounds great, but how does it change things exactly?
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yoon. The plastrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard of them. You guys...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Hanfeng's Ironmongers.
Wonderful. We'll split into teams then, and whoever makes progress first brings all of us a step closer to victory. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang Yunjin? I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment. Ooh, what's the opera called? The opera is A Labor of Love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit, and it's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation.
DDD. Ne, to vlastně byl ten Music Box Remix, to je něco jiného trošku. Se skočím sem. Tam Los Lodios.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler?
Sakr ble.
Ah, yes. Now that I think...
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to... Oh, is that right? The fleet is... Captain Beidou, so...
Seems Beidou...
Of course.
So you'll be heading off then? Weather the journey until we meet again. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Oh, it's kind of hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
For real.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island. So there's another Catherine at Ninazuma?
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid...
Okay.
No
Just follow...
To je ta. To je jako v Pokémonech. Ta policajtka a strážnice ženy. Jo, to je to jméno.
Ad Astra.
Krása. Tyhle charaktery. Taková průměrná věc, co dělá se každý den.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for
Nějaký další primouše. Tak. A ne, panu kovářovi. Tak co nám to řekne?
Ah, hello. Are you here for something off the shelf, or do you need something forged?
Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something called a Wonder Core.
Of course I have. Sorry, who's asking?
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me,
Genshin.
but I believe that you forged some
Let's
weaponry
go.
for my father in the past
Komenty.
for stage use.
Konečně.
Yunjin?
Děkuju za
Stage
koment.
use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry, my brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hand. So, you're here to ask about Wonder Cores, huh? As it happens, I do know how to make them. Matter of fact, I made some for Lady Ningguang back when she was building the original Jade Chamber. The types of ore needed to make Wonder Cores are a little hard to come by. Lady Ningguang supplied them herself last time. I don't suppose you've brought any yourselves?
No, We were gonna ask you what kinds of ore we need.
Sure. Well, you'll need two kinds. Star Splinter Iron and Subrosium. If I remember correctly, Lady Ningguang sourced her Star Splinter Iron from the Mount Tianheng area. They say it resonates with visions. It could take some work, but if you stick with it, you'll find some eventually. I'm really not sure. Sorry. What I've heard is that the people around Mount Tianheng have some sort of magic trick that can pinpoint the location of the stuff. Of course, it's probably just hearsay. If you want my advice, start by looking for Star Splinter Iron around Mount Tianheng. And if you run into any locals, ask them a few questions about Subrosium.
Mount Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the divine damsel, I hear the view there is quite spectacular. Perhaps it can give me some inspiration.
OK. Takže... Actually... Otázka, nemáme to už v inventáři. Samozřejmě od minulého streamu mám i nějakých... další. A to on musím ještě dodělat, pak se na ten mám docela dost artefaktů. Tady mělo být na to. A tady. Docela dost. A dost z nich jsem vlastně ani netačnu od té doby, co něco udělal. Tady si šetřím na Raiden. Uvidíme, jak dlouho to vydrží. To on mám taky dost. Tady už mám 12 jencech půlů, takže to dáme jako první samozřejmě. Aby jsme nabrali ještě nějaké tam ty věci. Počkej, jen sem. Ne. Aha, já jsem myslel, že to bude třeba tam. OK, tak to není moc daleko. Jsem myslel, že to bude nějak mnohem dálejš. Taky slovo dálejš. Co tady? Rezonuje.
I came to Mount Tianheng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like... The divine damsel of devastation is your upcoming opera, right? What's the story about, though? It's the story of a girl becoming a hero. Cool! A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite! The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster.
Whoa.
Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove the vile and vicious monster told the villagers, if you want to live, you must sacrifice a child. What a nasty piece of work! Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place! But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No, yeah.
Don't do it, little girl! Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father
Yeah,
wrote
like-
the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired
Já
Paimon!
pořád koukám.
Let's go get ourselves
Počkej.
some Star Splinter Iron! Yeah!
Wow. Eater. Je to tak. Tady jsou nějak ty kamenos. Investigate. Tak ty bylo asi na kopcu.
Bring it.
Byl jsem. Wow. First je kamen. Tam je druhý. Let's go. Bez problému. Jak svítěj? No, trošku se.
This should be enough Star Splinter Iron. Now we just need to find that Subrosium. I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhong said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
To tak.
Hey, there really is someone here.
No way, to je ten.
Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something?
Ne, tak ne. Tak si nespomenu. Villager.
He didn't seem to catch that. Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know any. Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here. Shenhua,
Tak jo.
Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman.
Cápka s ním strašně probere nějaký nejvíc cool věci. OK.
If that's okay with
Že
you,
s ním bude rozumět po
Uncle
něm.
Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shinho. You're alive. The
So...
rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium, but I think you can find some information in the village. This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here, so you can rummage around all you want.
Huh? You know this guy, Shenhua?
To je super.
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around.
No, vykrať to
Don't
tady
worry.
všechno.
Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe. Okay, then let's see what...
OK, cápka si. Tak jo. Wake up.
The remains of a god, an abandoned village, Mount Tianheng. Does this mean that the true story of the divine... The time frame certainly matches.
Ten příběh je reálnej. A Shenhe je ta holka. Sakra. Ok, takže tohle je ta oblast, jo. Los Barros. A tam byl cesta do toho baráku a to byla Česka. To se mi líbí. Já rád česky.
These should be worth something. Go on, take it.
A... Haló. Jsou to ty kameny tu dole? Asi ne. To taky není. To je korlapis. Žongléřův. Počkej, jsme ještě podat té area? Už nejsme. Ale je to v tomhle domečku? Není. Wood? Jsem prostě jenom slepej. Sakra.
What's this?
To je prostě ten script. To je prostě ten...
So, now that I think about it, She does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been, according to this text, and she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera.
Production, huh?
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Sabrosium. Let's have a look over there.
Tak. Where? Where? Kam? No. Horní barák. Los horní barákos.
This is it! So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Sabros. Let's go back and tell Shenhua the new...
Jezero. Hora. Západ.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. And, well, we all know how that story ended. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years.
Shenhua, we're back!
On teďka si zničil její emocionální chvíli, kterou
Then I will leave you
nemá
all in
emoce.
peace. Shenhua, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhua, look. This tells us how to find Sabrosium. All we gotta do is go to the middle of that lake.
Pentagon. That's true.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhua, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts. So I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version.
Huh?
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet. Shenhua! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go!
Bye, Mona.
We can't let someone else beat us to it!
OK. Tak jdem k jezeru. Tak pořádný jezero. A nevím, jestli to moc nahoře. Je to skoro no, je to trošku výš.
How many forging commissions do I
Než
still
je
have to
Liyue
finish?
Harbor.
Let's see. 1, 2... Not so many as I thought. I'll get to them tomorrow.
For real, já jsem si pustil už třeba 3krát úplně všechny voiceliny Shilnena. A on je prostě perfektní. Nevidíte mě. Je dobrý. Tak 17:30, jo. Okáčko. Tak já jsem. Protože téhle části nápěl neexistují. Počkej, co je tam ta díra? OK, tyhle části prostě ani nápěl neexistují. Což je cool. A jsou v té prostě neukázané části. Tak, pokračujeme. Uvidíme, jak se dostaneme v tom svém questu. To je krása. Taky krása. Počkej. Kdo to byl? No samozřejmě uprostřed obou těch fotek je kurzor. Milu. Sabrozy. To je někde svítit? Tento kámen? Ne, minerál, nebo Bůh ví, co to je? Šao. OK. Tak já se někdy pokazám s čem. Čau.
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell you. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest. According to the contract, as an Adeptus, I should not get involved for now. But these things can be unpredictable. I have a contingency plan of my own. Only a single mountain lies between here and Liyue Harbor. If things get out of control, I will defend this place myself.
Aha. Aha, tak cápek se to nebojí. Dobře. Šel. Dobře.
That's everything we need. Let's head back and report in.
Počkej, proč to? Sabrozum. Vypadá... sorry. Úplně stejně. Jako tam ten jeden další kámen. Je ten kameňák. Jo. Noctul Jade. Úplně stejně. Jen je trochu přetexturovaný. K panu Kovárovi. Jako vy budeme. No. Uvidíme, jak to bude teda. S tímhle Los Kamenos.
Oh, goodness.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these.
Okay.
Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next.
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils.
Okay.
When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack.
Chudák.
Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you. And I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
OK. Já chci to vidět. Animace mi ukažte, jak to vyrábí Shenhe. Prosím.
The sigils are ready.
Okay.
Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets there ahead of us.
Bráško, já tam dělám něco na enchanting table. Počkej, já jsem dostal nějakou kouli. Můžu to nechat? Asi ne. Asi ne, no. Ne. Moc práce, já se tam dojedu. To mě zajímalo. Super, jsou to ty brusle. Ale jak díky tomu může jezdit do kopce? Celkem má nějaký motorky, nebo to je prostě ta Geo Energy? Nebo Goofy. A ta rychlost, je to úžasný. Je to mega cool. Tak vyjedeme se nahoru. Letem by to možná bylo rychlejší. A já se aspoň trošku. OK, to bylo užitečný. Zajezdím takzvaně. Mavica by se taky hodila, ale zase už nevím, na co bych použil. Paimone.
Already?
Speedrun. Huh?
All three of you found them together.
Dragon Spine.
Okay, I see. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the plus strike yet.
Ten topic.
I can't believe it. So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade...
Huh? Where's Beidou? She was right here.
Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
All right, then. Guess we'll head on up. This has been a long time.
That rascal from Snezhnaya. Oh, let's go, they're cool. Ningguang, zase se vidíme.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky. Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber?
No way.
The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
Yes.
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
Okay.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well, Guess Paimon will ask a question then.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, an instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Wow, Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just need to come to Ningguang?
Známe jedno člověka, který moc dobře
You got a question?
umí spíš neumí přinášet peníze, když je to potřeba. Žonglí. Contract.
Thank you.
Týmová práce.
But I don't have anything to ask.
Teamwork
Are you
is a
sure?
teamwork.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second.
Okay, 3
Paimon
lidi na
can probably
streamu.
think of another one.
To je cool. Díky.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in
Vy
Liyue
už je
Harbor?
zůstaňte, prejka už to končí
Now
skoro.
that is an
A pak dáme
interesting
opening
question.
na Raiden Sugar.
Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Oh, a sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it, it always requires a reason. Perhaps someone you've met or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue and you will become accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou. It's your turn. Do you have a question for Ningguang?
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
What?
Glad to hear it. Watch your back.
Beidou? Ningguang? What are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know.
Secret? Okay.
When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace of the human world. And I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
Nevím, to není žádná česká. Wow. Ta ještěrka je zpátky. Žongléři, prosím, pomožte. Wow.
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Beisht.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming.
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Okay, musíme... No way, post fight.
No. In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis
Domain
on our strength
expansion.
alone.
Infinite Void. Ano, se hraje na to, na Gilgameshe z Fateu. Kešik? Asi. Ganyu. Byl vrtě. No way. Actually. No way. Beidou. To vypadá úžasně tohle. Pádla, kola a plocha zároveň. Teda.
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
No way. Může se rovnou vyletat. Zase. Let's go, Shanghai. Co s tou vlnou?
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
Shanghai, ukaž nám, co v tobě je. Já už vidím to, rubí lano, co má. Okay. Let's go. Wow. Tak tohle to bylo něco.
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk.
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
No a já nemám stamina. Tak pojď. Přichoď. Musíme se teďka v tom vortexu pod vodou. OK. Přichoď, kde jsi? Tu jsi. A já moc velká dálka, já na tebe nemůžem. Já nemůžem na těba.
Solidify.
OK, hodím na tebe meteorit. Sakra.
Order guide you. Silence. Stabilize.
Já ho nemůžu ani hitnout. A já vás mám všechny. A. Jak to udělám? Pak si...
Manifest!
Solidify.
Hear the echoes of the battle.
Krása. Jestli někdo z vás lehne. Pojďte. Beatrice.
Gather.
Unleash.
Ok, až mi ten fika přijde, tak je po něm. Je absolutně po něm. Tady se mi tu dobu přežijem. OK.
Solidify.
Do your master's bidding. Manifest. Obey.
OK, jak to bylo za dost, to se mi líbilo.
Manifest.
Aha, tak jo. Už utekla? Tak, už jsme dvě, jsou skoro zničený. Let's go. Nový slup. Čekáme si na těba.
Unleash. Manifest. Cryo incarnate.
OK. Už je tam jen poslední hlava. Je to tak?
Stabilize.
Seš. Let's go. Ne, ten má ještě trošku hápek. Sakra. OK, tak žongli tady dělá.
Obey.
Krása, to bylo za pěkný damage. Sakra, sakra. Beatrice dělá docela problémy. OK. Čekám na těba. Kde pak si? Se zase 3 lidi. Já se schovám za slup tady.
Solidify.
OK, dobře, tak to bylo docela nepříjemné. Ochudný meteorit.
Manifest. Unleash. Letting grave names echo.
Stabilize.
Nový. OK, teďka měl zrovna bonus. Sakra.
Gather.
Higher, higher, can't fight fire. Manifest. Do your master's bidding. Unleash.
OK, let's go.
She's getting away! Shouldn't we go after her?
Let's go.
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her.
Tak to bylo šílený tohle z toho. Je to hotovo? Shenhe. Jsi v pořádku?
I'm just a little exhausted.
Little? Trošku?
Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon.
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much.
Good.
Good.
So the crisis has been safely averted.
Yes.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyan Stone Forest and the surrounding.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies, you, of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Oh.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance,
This man is
we
why
must be
they
prepared.
same as I.
Yes,
remember.
ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
Yes.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours,
Jo,
even
tak.
had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has
Financja to
observed
mam.
your adaptation of the Guizhong ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. Hence, on balance,
while the position of Tianquan remains mine.
Shenhe, one saw you secret. Hopefully, this trip to
Yes.
Yes.
I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child. In
Yes.
fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
Oh.
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall be going homeward now.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when you... We must celebrate both the...
Yes. Jsme tady. Tady nějak hodně kamen. To neznám. Hehe. Žongléřova specialita. Takzvané kácení kamenů. Když kameny se ani nekácej. Takže. OK. A to už bude poslední kus, mám pocit. Tak když se dostaneme, tak nekoukneme.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth.
Tak, večeře
And those
vyřešena.
that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is
OK,
where
a
many
tak to je
things
hodně
come
vysoko.
to settle.
Jak se mám dostat? How to dostat se? A! Jsem tupej. Hehe. Let's go. Oh, chalec. Já tam přijdu jako žonglír. As man this wine tastes same as I remember.
Wow!
Where are
Everyone's already
those who
seated.
share the memory?
It's Paimon's first time attending a banquet in the Jade Chamber. The food here looks amazing.
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly
tyhle capsy?
enjoys yourself.
Jo, to je ta capka, která
Those who
udělala.
don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only one. I trust you will find the marvelous view from the Jade Chamber to be an equally gratifying indulgence.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have.
Let's go.
Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I hear she's going to perform the Divine Damsel of Devastation.
Hey, look, Miss Yun.
No way, takže... Let's go, je tady. Uvidíme, jak to dopadne. Tak jsme dneska ukončili quest z Liyue. A příště už na Inazumu. Let's go, to se těším. Já ukáž operu.
披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，倡议诸位听，道为敌人不是，自有知音多情色，红绫烈烈见了心，只知不操心。彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
Tak to bylo krásné.
It was
To bylo
beautiful.
úžasné.
Paimon wants to learn too.
Já jsem...
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the divine damsel of devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever.
Let's go. Kontrola. Dobrý.
The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
To bylo krásné.
Thank you.
To bylo fakt pěkný.
I think I found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun.
Ale 2D.
Here you are. Great to see you. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The divine damsel herself. And look who else we have here, the illustrious traveler. Let me pull up a chair, all right. We'll all have a friendly chat.
Bráška si už něco dal. Asi. This wine.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
Uh-oh, this feels all too familiar. Shenhua's back to her old self again.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhua. Calm down.
Tak tohle bylo úžasný. Tak podíváme se, co tu máme. Takže další už je vlastně jenom tohle. Interlog. Story questy se nám nějaký odemkly. To bude asi s tou Shenhe. Shanyu. To je... Já to je tady komáma. OK, takže příště už půjdeme. Počkej, tam ještě bylo něco určitého. Wait. OK. Takže je čas, na který jste čekali. Opening. To je to, claimneme. A příště nás teda čeká tohle. Co to je? Jo, to je ta cesta tam. Fuj, tak jdeme na to. Budeme na... Jo, tohle se vypadá jako dost decentní místo, ale najdem si něco s lepším... Nemůžu si dňou charakter? Tady už můžu. Dobrý, něco s lepším trochu výhledem. Třeba něco jako horejšek tohle. OK, tak jsme opatro výš. Bylo by možný se dostat ještě výš? Uchy. OK, tak... půjdeme na ten stage, to vypadá jako dost decentně příjemný místo na opening. Půjdeme tam normální cestou samozřejmě. Tak. Takže je čas to všechno otevřít. Takže jako první jdem teda. Podíváme se, tady není ještě něco. Čím bych se mohl přidat trošičku primogemu. Ne. Takže jdem na to. Vezmeme tohle. Ještě jdem do shopu. A dáme si těch. To bude nejvíc fejtů, který jsem viděl za život. 37. Teď máme fakt přesně 40. Tak. Počkej. Jo, dobrý, 43. Takže první teda dáme těch 12 půlů a uvidíme, ať máme ještě nějaký ty posvěc navíc. OK. Co to bude? OK. Malá cápka. Tak jo. Okay, to se hodí. Ještě dáme 2. Nic. A. Nic. Tak, teďka jsme určitě získali nějaký tam tyhle. Tady si dáme ještě další. Máme jeden toho cen. To je dobrý. Ten si asi nikdy kupovat moc nebudu. I když. A ještě vezmeme 2 tyhle. Tak. A jdeme na to. Raiden, Shogun, History. Kolik máme pity? To bude 5. Aha, tolik. 5. 7. 7 pity. Takže budeme mít max 47 pity. No, uvidíme to. Takže prvních 10 vyšů. Prosím. OK. Dobrý začátek. OK. Favonius Bow. Jsem potřeboval nějaký questy. Je to on, ne? Yes, Favonius Warbow. Tak. Tu máme jeden. Další. OK. 2 najednou, to je dobrý. A tohle je sávka z Inazumi. Hoho. Dobře, to je pěkný. Další 10. OK. Decentní. Další luk. A když jsme u toho, tak si ještě skočíme teda sem. Máme další Thousand Fate. A zase doděláme tyhle. Tak a máme ještě našetřeno něco na příště. Tak. A posledních 20 půlů. Víc jich plně už ani nebude. Prosím. Já vím, že to je fakt, že to bylo brutálně loupity. Ale uvidíme. 3, 2, 1. OK. Aspoň nějaký charakter. OK. Tak. A posledních 10 půlů. Ty vogy. Já to nebudu prodlužovat, jdem na to. A nebudu se koukat. Tak. Jestli možná něco tam bylo, a já se tak, a jdem na to. Jsem teda něco bylo. OK. Tak nám nakonec nic nepadlo. Což vlastně zase tak ani nevadí. Sice jsem fakt chtěl Raiden, ale jako fakt jsem nečekal. Fakt jsem čekal, že tam něco, jako nic nepadne. Máte 5, 10, a to se ještě nám lítovalo. No prostě 7, no 47, 57, no. To prostě není moc šance. V shopu. Ha. Nejsem Magor. A na tom, co nemáme. Takže absolutně finální půl, který udělám na Raiden Shogun v tomhle banneru. Jdeme na to. A no. Tak se nám to sice dneska nepovedlo. Ale příště určitě budeme mít větší štěstí. Takže tady máme teda charaktery. Tady dáme 9 Ivansy, 2 konstelace. Okay. Máme nějaký nový postavy. Tu od Zápkos. A tu taky máme 1 konstelaci. To je všechno. Peněz máme jako želez. Jo, rozjeď to. Až můžeme ještě dostat z Mantis Wine, prosím. Bylo to super. Jako jakou rozlučku s videem. Prosím, začni jepovat. To děláš moc rád. Tak ne? Žonglí. Žongléři.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
OK. Děkujeme si. Nůvat bude mít chuť mluvit o vodě. To je ten kámen, co tam je uprostřed. Tak to je po ten kámen, co mají ty meluzy. To je cool. Tak co? Budeš jepovat? Nulata. Tak jo, tak se aspoň dej. To je cool, protože člověk je mokrý při tom, když to dělá. Což je mega dobrý. Což je fakt jako hustý. No, nulata. Máš ještě nám něco? Chceš nám ještě něco říct? Máš něco na srdci? Ne? Ne? Nulata.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
OK, děkuju za vodu. Jako je tam asi cool třída. Ty křída, co dostanete na začátku hry od Ember, tak perfektně sedějí na něj. To je geniálně. OK, takže z toho pohledu děkuju, že jste tady se mnou dneska byli. Bylo to super. Sice jsme ji nakonec nepůlnuli, Raiden, ale dodělali jsme celý questy do Liyue. Takže příště už vlastně na příštím streamu dost možná už budu no prostě tam budu v Inazumě. No a takže znovu děkuju a u dalšího streamu, videa nebo čehokoliv dalšího nazdar.